Yeah, so I suffered a Achilles rupture about 3 or 4 years ago, and tried. Well, I went through the kind of mainstream physio rehab. Didn't quite get the results I wanted because there's a bit of an imbalance in my calf still. It didn't really feel very smooth on the football pitch. So yeah, decided to go down a rabbit hole of looking at different other solutions, and then kind of came across you on YouTube and thought the methods were quite interesting. So yeah, I've been pretty hooked on it for the last kind of year or so, looking into it, and then eventually took the plunge to reach out to you.
Great. And when you, for example, when you tried with the mainstream, like what type of exercise were you focusing on for the calf?
Yeah, so I did a range of gym related stuff, but yeah, it was mainly calf raises to build the calf back. And yeah, there was still a big imbalance, even though I did probably a million calf raises across a lengthy period of time.
Right, right. Well, that's one of the things that they missed in the mainstream is the fascia, because the sometimes because of fascia restrictions and fascia densification, this calf size does not return to more normal. But now through our work, what are you seeing now after 12 weeks? Well, a little bit.
A little bit longer, yeah. No, yeah. The calf is getting a lot of activation there, probably the most it's ever had at the moment. And yeah, the size. We just did a comparison a little bit earlier. The size is almost exactly symmetrical now. So I reckon, yeah, with a little bit more work, then I'll be back to 100% and feeling balanced on the pitch again, and just in general life as well.
Great. And when you compare this training to the mainstream training that you did, like what would you say the biggest difference is?
Uh, yeah, everything really. It's not the sort of workout I do in public in the gym because people would think I look a bit weird with all the marbles and the towels and everything. But yeah, no, I quite like doing stuff that's a little bit different from what everyone else is doing because it means you can get maybe some different results. So yeah, it all kind of makes sense. I think when I was younger, I was always kind of looking at the term structural integrity across the whole body, and I think I used to try and get that from weightlifting, but always ended up getting injured and stuff like that. So I think this is kind of the true way to build that strength in the whole body.
Great. And just towards the end of the our program, right? You started to feel your upper body response. So what is like sensation like?
Yeah, so um, when I'm running, I'm starting to get like an ab connection coming from the feet, so or the feet and the glutes. So yeah, I just feel very kind of bouncy when I'm running and quite well coordinated. So I haven't played football for a long time just because of the injury, but I'm imagining when I go back, I'm going to feel quite good on the pitch.
Great. And in your own words, if you were to describe this training to someone who hasn't done it before, like how would you describe it?
Yeah, it's yeah very different to anything that you've ever done before, and I'd say it's kind of like it's a very intense training. You're really kind of grinding away on it, but yeah, the end result is well worth it because you can feel the change in sensations in the body.
Great. So when you were looking at the channel, what message that we talk about like made sense to you? You would be like, yeah, this something that made sense to me, and I want to do it. Like, which message is that?
So it was mainly around the idea of the body all functioning as kind of one unit and kind of becoming a bit more bulletproof to injuries. So I've always suffered with like little niggles constantly, really, across the last 15 years probably. But I haven't really had any injuries now in the last year or so since I've been practicing some of your techniques. I guess the other main thing I saw was there was a video that you'd done with another Achilles tendon rupture patient who their calf kind of went from, I think theirs was actually a lot worse than mine, and theirs was kind of completely even by the end of the program. So that was probably the main thing that made me switch because it was driving me mad trying to get my calf back to the same size.
Got you, got you. Well, very good. And I thank you very much for putting in the consistent work and also putting the trust in me and in the program.
Yeah, no worries, mate. No, it was a pleasure, and yeah, hopefully can do some more sessions together in the future.